I have no idea if it will ever work out. And I'm scared that one day will all just fade into this fleeting nothingness and everything that I ever lived for would be for nothing. That's what scares me the most. My life being completely meaningless on that one aspect. So when I'm going around my house, when I'm on a jog, or I'm trying to find something to do that can give my life that said purpose, right? Because I'm scared that it won't amount to anything. I'm afraid that what I will do won't um completely fill up that hole that I've been desperately trying to fill up. And I've gone through these episodes of feeling empty, and maybe, I mean, I'm barely of age. I'm not even a grown up yet, right? I feel like that's a relatable feeling in a bunch of people's minds, a bunch of people my age, as a teenager who's just trying to figure things out but cannot. And it's it's gruesome to try and figure it out that way. You don't want to feel left out because of that one aspect of yourself that's telling you need to lock in, cuz I'm I'm constantly telling myself that, and it's not working. And these ways that you try and find purpose in this absurdity, this this collateral of work and ethics and everything in between, you need to build a life for yourself. That's what they tell you. I mean, that's what I try to believe, but at times with conviction, I'm looking down on others, and I feel bad for it, because I always want to think that I'm better than them, not in the sense that they're inferior to me, but that they don't matter because their criticism is miles below me. So when I try to do something new, I feel like it's a public humiliation ritual, despite me trying. And we're trying to not think about it. Like, a way that I tried to fill this gaping hole was to run for president of my school, not only because there was or I thought there was little to competition, but I just thought that I could find something. And God forbid someone wants to find something to do. But I didn't have enough. I couldn't muster enough courage, and I ended up embarrassing myself in front of thousands of kids at my school. I never want to do that. I never want to do that to myself. It's hard. It's embarrassing. But is that what's worth it? I don't think so. I want to present myself to the world in the best possible situation that I currently am. Think about Instagram. Think about social media. I fell victim to this trap many times where people post their best versions of themselves, but they are just regular people. They are just regular people at the end of the day. And I'm scared that I end up like that. It's true that they are get regular people, but you are underestimating yourself, and that in and of itself makes you a bad person. Now we're all trying to figure ourselves out, but if you're just thinking about you in that perspective, you are much better than them. They are way below you. You shouldn't be lacking, especially in the public eye, because it doesn't matter to you. It shouldn't matter to you. Why should it? Right? I'm just talking, but there are better things that are worth your time. I always wanted to believe that life was more meaningful than what it presented. I didn't want to be in this limbo, of self-doubt and loathing and hatred for myself. And there are moments where you don't want to necessarily believe that it can get better because you've confided in your own sadness enough to be used to it. But you can't. Um, it's hard. It's hard to be, self disciplined while also mustering up enough courage to find out that life is meaningful. And it is. I promise it is. Why are you still here? Why do you think that it matters so much that you are still here? There are multitudes of people in this world that care about you in that sense. You know, you can think that life isn't meaningful, and there are hundreds of people that do. And maybe you don't think it is because of people. Well, for every person that doesn't, maybe there's 10 that love you, or it's the complete opposite. But either way, it stands true. And there is potential for people to. Yes, there's potential for people to hate you, but I'd like to come back to this. There are people that hate you. Okay, that is just a given fact. Everyone is going to hate you for putting yourself out there, for just being you, but there are also people that are going to love you for who you are no matter what. If you put yourself out there, whatever. If you're watching this and something has been bothering you. Now, originally, I didn't trust this generation enough. I mean, if you got to this point, I didn't trust this generation enough. I was gonna play Minecraft in the background and edit this to a T. But this is more sincere. This is more genuine, in the sense that I can talk to you, or there is more of this aspect. You want this vibe, this atmosphere, this feeling of being alive more. I almost cried to the thought of Christmas never being the same. And I think that it's better to just be yourself, you know? Don't be stuck up on something that you don't consider to be the best you could possibly be. I don't think it's fair, first of all, but I also think that you are better than anything. It always goes back to that. When you're on the phone with your friend trying to comfort them, it can be hard to, right? Because there's not really anything you can do on the other side of a screen besides saying cliches that they've heard a billion different times. But you can use that advice to yourself, one. And two, there is something you can do. You don't have to comfort them on the phone. You can take a drive to their place. You could watch a movie with them. You can tell them that everything is going to be okay without explicitly telling them that everything is going to be okay. Because that is what it's all about. That is friendship at its core. What is this quest for validation without constantly telling yourself that everything is going to be all right? You can't keep doing these stupid things and then expect it to get better. Or you can't do nothing. You have to do something, obviously. But you're a good person. Like, you're morally good. You know that it's right whatever you're doing. But not only do you have to do it with conviction, but you have to do it with joy. You have to be happy about what you do. Because on a technical level, you're just as like another Joe, another Jane, another guy, another girl in this world. It's just you. And when you think of yourself in a way that makes you worse, that makes you feel bad for yourself, why are you still doing this? Why are you still here? Is your brain exploding? Is it malfunctioning? You know, are you questioning your religion, your belief? I don't think, I want you to hear me. There is always something on the other side of it all. I um I don't know what it could possibly be that could make you feel sad. But there are multitudes of ways to cope with that underlying, lingering feeling in the back of your mind that is telling you all of these bad things. I don't think that it's worth it. No, not at all. I don't think it's worth it to continue feeding these thoughts. But I don't think it's worth it at the same time, because there's nuance to it, right? I don't think it's worth it to continue living with these thoughts. No, 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 no. Because you'll get better. You will get better. These thoughts that you have are completely valid. How you're getting them, why you're getting them, but you are better than them. They want you to not succeed. They do the opposite of your dreams and aspirations. Matter of fact, they prevent you from achieving them. They are a roadblock. They are an obstacle you must overcome in your position, or in the process of you becoming the best version of yourself. So why do you let them win? Do not let them win. Because why are you here? Is that a question that you always come back to? You're watching, I'm watching Joe Bartolozzi philosophy, questioning the most basis of nihilism. And, I want to learn more about that as somebody, but it feels impossible at times. You know why? Because maybe it's not real philosophy. Are they questioning life at a deeper level? Or are they questioning life at a shallow level? And what does any of that mean? I mean, how long have philosophers been tackling this idea at its most complex foundations? Nevertheless, you still want to find something to grapple onto. Maybe that's religion for you. If you're a Christian, you're all in. But it prevents you from seeing the bigger picture, whatever view you decide to go, because it creates a bias. It creates something that you cannot control or subliminally, because of the beliefs that you surround yourself with. There is so much that you could do. But even if you were completely unradicalized or you're unbiased, you still wouldn't know, because it's impossible to know. What is the most basic? What is what everyone keeps telling you? To be happy, right? And that everything's going to work out. That's what everyone tells you. But it's impossible. It's impossible. You need to know that there is a start and there is an end. Oh, and then life is all about the middle. That's some Pinterest level bullshit. I'm talking about why you really here. Why you're really, or I'm sitting in a chair, you're on the other side of a screen. You are here. But why? I don't like questioning that. I think a lot of the things that I am currently going to derive from what other people say about me or think of me, it's from a reputation standpoint, right? And I tend to conflict that with the basis of life, which are very, that's like a very swinging possibility. They're very different things, but it always leads back to the same thing, which is why I try to fix it. All right, well, because I'm unhappy. My reputation and that getting hurt can lead to me thinking about these things, and I hate doing it. Because why is it based on that? Why do I want something that I can't have? Or why is it hard to control? I want to be better than, again, how I present myself to the world, but at the end of the day, it's the end of the day. And there are more people, or there are new people. I like the analogy of your life being a book and it's split into chapters, new characters there, but some characters being let out. They're reoccurring characters, obviously. But you really stop and wonder about the ending. There is a start that you don't remember. And then you keep on living like, what is now? What is now? And then you're like a glass skyscraper. And then the moment a pebble hits you, you fall. And that's over. It's done for you. What are you? This is one of the greatest questions that humanity has ever tackled. Yet we refuse to answer it because it's impossible. Has anything in this life been impossible to answer? Or is there always an explanation to something and it is always explained until it isn't? I am tired in that aspect. What if we decide to put it off? That is you. You need to stop thinking about something that you cannot answer. You are going through something because it is out of your control. You are going through something because it is out of your control. Because if it was in your control, oh, then you would do something about it. This is something you can let out. You can let off, and you can't think about it. You need to think about bettering yourself, because guess what? That's something you can control. Your reputation matters in these aspects. You have things that you care about, things that make you you. You are the greatest thing to ever happen, then why don't you show why you are the greatest thing to happen? Life is about its turnarounds and its endings and its whatever. It's a book, it really is. At its most basic level, it is. But you need to think about you. You need to love yourself for who you are.